the government is spent in the federal budget every year. So this list out. In the year, in 2013, the federal budget for this year is a 3.67 trillion. And then roughly Medicare takes about 24.47. This say about 1/4. So this picture will be more easy for you to understand. Traditionally, in the past several years, they're all like this. Like Social Security takes part of it, and then the health care takes part of it, 25%, and then the percentage is all here. Okay, Medicare, Social Security, of course, the biggest portion of this, and then Medicare and military. And you will see United States, America, they almost defense all over the world, but their budget only just about 18% of the annual federal budget. Next one. And we all care what happened today because the budget cut just happened, right? So everyone talk about, what will happen, what will impact our daily life. Yes, you need some, but not that serious. Overall, the budget cut is 85 billion, okay? 85 billion, that stands for about 2.31% of the 3.67 trillion. So it's not that big, but still it impacts some area. Like an airport will be delayed, okay? So whoever take the airplane has to be, well, I don't think it will happen today, but eventually, yes, because they have to force someone to, to have the non-pay vacation or something like that. So that you have less manpower. Of course, national park will be closed, like Yellowstone probably will close or delayed to open. Okay, so some health care, Medicare, Medicaid, we had about 2% cuts. Okay, and the detainer, for example, I read today's newspaper. They said about 2,000 undocumented immigrants were released. Well, that's probably good news to them, right? Because for the budget cut. So this is all the impact here. Not that serious, but it's happened. It's coming. Okay. And this is more detailed. We don't spend too much time for this because that tells which pie, how much money and how much percentage it represents. And this is back into 2012. It's pretty much the same, okay? It's like we mentioned earlier, it's about 25%, 24 something percent, and last year is 23%. So it's some other area. This is a big jump here. Okay, this is a big jump. Okay, next thing. This is back into 2009. You will see it's about the same. The pie, Social Security, of course, it's a big increase. Remember, 2013, it's about 33%, and 2009 only 22%. And this is 2007, that even smaller. At that time, the Social Security only 21%, and then the Medicare and Medicaid together is about 21%. That is back into 2006, how the Medicare, they spend their money. And then, of course, we get into the Part A, Part B, and Part C, and Part D, how they spread the money. Everyone, if you become the age 65, and the federal, how they make the budget, they get the budget. Everyone will spend about $881 a month. So they give it to whoever take care of your insurance. So Medicare basically is insurance, and who will responsible for that? It could be the private sector, or could be the just Medicare themselves. And this is you can see the percentage is really different. And for 2013, it's Social Security takes about 33%, and 2012 it's only 24%. So it's very. And sometimes a lot of people talk about United States owes a lot of money, especially some country like China. They keep saying, oh, yeah, you know, United States owe us so much money, right? But let's take a look. How much is a national debt to the world? Okay, the total debt is about 16 trillion. Okay, this is how much they have. But who owns the most of the debt for this country? Actually, it's individual in this country. Look at this. The big pie is here. This individual investor. Okay. So from here, this all United States local citizen or their corporation, and then this is not include the China. China is another sector here. All the foreign except the Japan and China. And because China owns the biggest portion of the foreign debt, and Japan is the second one. And so I make a quick run. India holds about 57.9 billion of the U.S. National debt, and it runs about number 20. And Taiwan, they holds about 193 billion. It's about 1.2%. It runs about number 6. And China holds the most national debt. It's about, China holds about 8.1% here. So this is a quick look for the United States financial situation. And I make a list for all the presidents after World War II to now, and which president do what, you know, either to the Social Security or to the Medicare, and we get there later on. Okay. And this one, we talk about Social Security. Why we need a Social Security? Because back into the long time ago, that the every country, every society, they have their own way to take care of the Social Security. The government had to do something for their citizens. So back into 1935, just right after the Depression, and the United States, they had to take care of the citizen. So that's why they created this Social Security. And I don't know what about in India, but in Taiwan and China society, they have some concept like red envelope or white envelope. I don't know if you're aware of this. In Taiwan, if your family have a kind of events, someone get married or someone pass away, so your neighbor, your relative, they collectively together to help you. So they give you some kind of support, and that support could for the funeral, we put the money inside a white envelope. That's what we call the white envelope, is to support. And then if it's a happy, either your birthday or your wedding party, they put the money inside the red envelope. So that's how I put it here. The red and white envelope here. And Medicare, back into 1965, that's at that time the Johnson, and then they think this is very important to get this going. So that's the Medicare Act. It's founded in the 1965. Of course, it has some change, and then after 2003, the George Bush, they had some modifying. Okay, and then this one is talk about more detail, probably not much impact to you, but that's Social Security and SSI. In this country, lots of new immigrants, they come to this country, they had the wrong impression. They say, oh, come to the United States, you can get a free retirement for the senior, which is wrong, because the Social Security, SSI, is a supplement, you know, for the low-income people, not really the retirement to the senior. And this one is very interesting. Of course, you are still young for this information, but it's good to share with you in case you get a family member and or you're preparing your future retirement in this country, then you have to prepare. And my age, I will be 65 this year, soon, okay? And then my retirement age is, I was born in 1948, so 1948 is in this category, okay? So I will retire at the age 66, okay? If I retire earlier than that, I only get percentage of my full retirement for the Social Security. And that was if I supposed to retire at 66 and I retire at the earliest possible 62, then I only get 75%. And they prorate. If you retire 63, 64, 65, and every month it makes different. So this is a very good sample that you can tell your friend or your family member if they prepare to retire, make a good calculation. Take this for example, 65, if a person retires 65 and they decide to retire at the age 62, guess what? It's about 15 years to make it even. So whoever retire get the benefit at the 62, right? And if he lives over additional 15 years, so 62, 15, that's 77, right? That make it, he get a benefit. But if he live longer than that, he live past the 77, he actually lose the money because the percentage you get, you only get 80% what you should. Okay, so that's the quick look. Now when we get to the second portion, second part of it, and for this one, that's every year Medicare we publish a book called Medicare You, and which is available around, I would say, September or even earlier. And if you log into the website, you probably can get it maybe August. You can see it. And every year the benefit we had changed, has some change. Okay, so you have to really go into it to see what makes it different for the Medicare benefit in this year. Again, this is all the website for the Medicare, what they available. You can log in by yourself. Okay, and then in this book, if you go home, you will see they have about 10 chapters, and which chapter talk about what. Of course, they have start from the very basic concept, how the Medicare work and how you sign up, and explanation for Part A and Part B, and choose the, you have to make a decision